All right. Hope you guys enjoyed just jamming out before our call here. And I am so excited to have everybody on tonight. If someone's invited you here tonight, they love you very, very much. If I invited you on, I love you a little bit. Just kidding, I love you a lot. And we're gonna sort of get right into it because I like to get into it on time. And this is actually the first time I am using slides to show what we're doing here. So hopefully this works out easily. And I'm going to make sure that it pops up. Can you all see that? Hopefully, yeah, just give me a thumbs up. Okay, awesome, thank you. Well, I'm recovering from a little bit of a sunburn yesterday, so I apologize for the appearance. You can probably see I went a little bit too Florida for even my skin. So my name is Brooklyn Roberts, and I'm so incredibly honored to be the one who's gonna share this with you tonight. And hopefully I can really paint a picture of what we're doing here and show you why the person who invited you is so excited about being a part of this like I am. You know, before I get started, I just really kind of maybe like to tell you a little bit about myself, so I'm not a complete stranger, putting my heart out there for you. But I come from a lending background, okay? So I was in banking for 7 years. Before that was in personal training and bartending. And I never thought I would be someone who could make money online, let alone just make money by speaking, okay? I was the biggest introvert ever. I had no friends, no network. I was a very uncomfortable person. And when this found me, I was in a very dark place in my life. It found me about 5 years ago, and I had just moved back to Seattle. I was in a place of fear. I was very scared for what my future was gonna look like. I didn't know what to do. I was afraid to go back to old habits. And somebody simply asked me, hey, why don't you take a look at what I'm doing on the side? You just moved back here, you need something, like you need something, right? And this person became a good friend of mine. I said no to him a couple times. And then I ended up at a meeting with him because he told me, we were going to an investments dinner, and he told me, I will drive if we stop somewhere on the way back. And they ended up at this meeting for what he was doing on the side. He told me it'd be quick, it was an hour, but it was the most surreal experience of my life because I was sitting here watching stories and hearing from people who used to be where I was at that moment. You know, you heard their stories and you're like, I relate to that. That's where I am, I'm stuck. And then you would see through this opportunity that they were able to get somewhere that was a lot better. And that's all I wanted for myself, guys, was better. And you might be sitting there thinking, man, that's what I want too. That's all I want. And maybe you don't know how to define that. Maybe you do. But I'm gonna show you tonight a piece of an industry that has absolutely changed my life. And when I came in touch with this particular one, that's what I saw again, was better. I've been in this industry for, you know, just over or just under 5 years, almost 5 years now. Like, that seems like a long time, but it flew by. And I've learned what I like about the industry. I've learned what I don't. I've been treated horribly. I've been treated amazingly. I've been mentored. I have been given incredible chances to better myself. And when this came along to me last November, that's what I saw was better. I saw a company that was doing it the way I wanted to do it. So hopefully I can do this justice. Like I said, this is the first time I'm doing slides, so follow along with me. I'm not gonna be that person who reads the slides to you. I know that y'all have eyes, so I'm just gonna give you my spin and we're gonna go for it. So tonight we're talking about a company called Navan. And if that's not something that you've heard before, that probably makes a lot of sense. This is a newer company. We are just coming out of our launch in March. This company opened their doors and soft launched in September. So we have just under 7,000 reps. We are just getting started, guys. This is an incredible time to be looking at this. And Navan is created out of simplicity, okay? So I want you to understand that this company was not created because somebody wanted to get rich quick. Okay, this company was not created because there was a CEO who said, "Oh yeah, I think it's going to be easier to run a company and put something out there and just make a lot of profit off of people." Running a company is tough, especially running it with integrity, doing it for the right reasons, putting quality out there. And this company was created out of desperation. This company was created because our founder and CEO, Trey Knight, had been a top leader in 4 other companies. He had an investment banking background, and he understood one thing that a lot of other company owners out there don't. We're not going to name names because we're not about company slamming. That's not what this is. But he saw problems that other people weren't willing to solve. And so amongst a season of life where he was just constantly complaining about it, he was talking to his wife all the time and telling her like, no, this isn't the one. He was being called by different companies, being flown out, being, asked to come see presentations. No, this isn't the one. No, this isn't the one. And his wife finally just said, you know what? If you can't find it, why don't you just go make it? Why don't you just go create it? And, you have the resources to do it. You have the network to do it. Why don't you just go do it? And I think that idea at first kind of, hit him square in the face, because in reality, most people don't want to, but he loves this industry so much that his passion to create a space for people to actually just win at whatever level they wanted to show up, okay, to create a lifestyle by using a vehicle like Navan to just make their lives better, whatever that meant to them, far outweighed his fear of everything that he was going to have to do, the personal sacrifice, and what he was going to have to show up for in order to make it happen. And so he created this company very, very simple. And I hope that that's something that you'll see tonight. I'm going to go over a few things, some things that I love, and some things that I've put and integrated into my life that have made it way, way better. Okay, I left my job, my 9 to 5, in at the end of November. And in February, I was able to move clear across the country from Washington State to Florida for the sunshine, because I wanted to, because I was no longer held down by a job that made me sick. And I'm not a job shamer, guys. So if you have a job and you love your job, like, I'm all for it. Okay, you want to be in spaces that make you happy, but mine didn't, right? So I didn't want a job, and so I worked my tail off until I didn't need a job anymore. And that was possible for me because of Navan. So why do we do what we do? This is the one thing I do want to read out loud to you from the slide, because I think it captures Trey's heart perfectly. And it's to simply be a better company and a faithful steward of all that is entrusted to us, so that we can have a positive influence on all who come into contact with Navan. And that's so true, guys. Whether you leave this call tonight wanting to just give the products a try, whether you decide you want to be a member, whether you decide you want to build it alongside us, I hope that even just by being on this call tonight, your life was made just a little bit better. Maybe you see something that inspires you to go make a life change that makes your life better. So the thing that I want to touch on is that we have kind of 4 pillars, okay? 4 different pillars, guiding principles that make Navan what it is. And that's community, okay? That's positively impacting every person we reach. And that's that people are our first priority. And that one I have seen time and time again. Okay, when all of this stuff happened with this current event in our society and in our economy, I saw Navan do the corporate staff is incredible. I saw them do whatever they could to protect as many livelihoods as possible. Okay, I saw them scramble to make sure that we had, shipping in place and that payments came out on time. I saw them step it up. We did a deal at one point to offer membership at a lower price for people who were scrambling for a solution to losing their jobs. So they really do put people first. And what we say is what we do. That's 100% true. The integrity of someone telling me something in the corporate staff always stands, and they're honest. And when they make mistakes, they admit it. We're a new company. We're always shifting. We're always growing. but I feel like we're really in the loop here with how we're treated, and we get to know information as it's released. Like, we're actually part of what's building this from the start. So our whole tagline is make way for the good. And you probably hear that a few times tonight. It's honestly something that has changed my perspective of how to live life. Because make way for the good it's not about any one thing. Okay. It's about making way for the good in your community, right? Putting better people in your life, removing things that don't serve, putting better products in your body, and then putting money in your life. Guys, money is not a bad thing. Wanting money is not a bad thing. I hope that what you believe yourself to be worthy of is not poverty. I hope that you don't feel like it is a bad thing to live life in financial abundance, because it's not, and we all deserve it. So as far as community, okay, I talked a little bit about the people first. I talked a little bit about the way we build. The person who's invited you on tonight is part of a team, okay? And I have a lot of joy and pride in saying this, because even if you're in a different team and you're on here tonight sharing this vision, I don't care which team you're part of in Navon. This is an incredible company. There are so many amazing families within, and you can't go wrong. We all put people first. If you're willing to show up, step outside of your comfort zone, grow a little bit, then you have every opportunity, resource in hand to win here. And that's true. We do act like a tribe. This isn't a competitive scene. This is a place for you to work collaboratively with others. I can say that word. Okay, so products. So this is a space that I do have a lot of expertise in, but the concept is very, very simple. Okay, guys, we're gonna cleanse, restore, and protect. All right. And if there's anything that you remember tonight about this product line, I want you to understand it's cleanse, restore, and protect. These are the three things that the body really needs in this stage of where we're at in life, where we're at in society. We're exposed to all kinds of things. We're going to go over that in a second. But cleaning the body out before we put the good in to restore our body with the right fuels, and then protect it with the right natural supplements so that it can actually do what it was designed to do, which is live your best life. We weren't designed to suffer. Okay. No one decided along the way, hey, we're going to make all these mistakes as mankind and make our species suffer. It was a mistake. And we have something available to us that is a solution now. So let's just talk a little bit about the environmental toxins. Okay, so every single day, and I know that's alarming, there's like a giant exclamation point in the middle of my screen. And when I saw this, I was like, holy smokes, 70,000 different chemicals every single day. Well, that's on average, right? And it blew my mind a little bit. I've been in the detox kind of like clean living space for a hot minute. I have worked in fine tuning your living essentials as far as water, air, right? And there are so many things that we can do in our life to protect us from each little thing. We can completely change our entire life. We can change the products that we use for cleaning. We can do all these things. But at the end of the day, if you eat food, okay, if you go outside and you breathe the air, if you drink water from a bottle, or if you don't have, a very, very expensive machine that filters out your water from your tap, then you're being exposed to these toxins. And even if you filter the water you drink, you bathe in it. Okay, so this is a worldwide problem, but it doesn't mean that there isn't a solution to it, right? We are always trying to get down to the root of our problems so that we're healing. We're not just masking things. Well, there's a lot of products out there to mask our problems, okay? There's products to make us have more energy or stimulate whatever. But to get down to the root of it, we need to clean that stuff out. We need to clean these environmental toxins out. Newborn babies. Okay, this is something that just blew my mind, because now I understand from womb to tomb. That's a fun rhyme to say, but doesn't it just like blow your mind a little bit that from womb to tomb, we are exposed. We have the possibility to be exposed. And so, like, imagine a little baby, okay? It doesn't have its immunity yet. It doesn't have any defenses in the body. It's not used to anything yet. This is before it's even born, before it can fend for itself. And it's already exposed over to 200 chemicals. That's insane. So I hope you see the importance of it. The science behind it, guys, it's intense. Like, we have a biochemist as part of the company that provides us the best detox on the market. And he goes in depth with us when we want it. He does all kinds of seminars. If you're somebody who wants that information, we can definitely get it to you. But here's the gist, okay? This bottle, this little tincture, it contains zeolites, okay? And zeolites are an all-natural structure that's going to go into the body with this liquid. Okay, this is not a spray or anything like that. This is a liquid. You can put it underneath your tongue. You can drop it in water, and it's going to go through and it's going to extract all of the toxins from your cells. Okay, so it's going to pull them out of your cells and then take it with it out your waste. So this is not like a GI, this is not like a gut detox that only affects your gut. You're gonna find yourself on the toilet, like all that kind of stuff. This is literally pulling these toxins, these environmental toxins that we just talked about, from your cells and allowing your cells to be healthy again, to regenerate, to accept nutrients. People are noticing that everything they do, from supplements they take, from healthy food they use, from medicines, all of these things are working more effectively because their cells are so much more receptive now just from removing this out of the way. We're going to talk about a line in a few seconds here that I would say pretty much everyone that I've asked specifically about it has stated that it works better, like way, way, way better, or maybe for the first time since they've ever used a product like this because of this detox. So it's very powerful. The minerals, guys, this is my go-to, and I could talk about the minerals all night. I won't do that to you. But I feel like this is like one of the most like underrated things that we have in our arsenal. And if I'm feeling sore, if I'm feeling sluggish, if I have a headache, if I'm feeling a mental fog, I take Restore. I take Restore daily, but I'll take more Restore if I need it. It is something that is vital, guys. And probably about 90% or more of adults are deficient in a lot of the minerals that are in this solution. So I want you to think about it, right? Do you deal with sluggishness? Do you deal with brain fog? The Detox and Restore are probably an incredible combination for you for things that you've been dealing with for a long time. And we're kind of like, this just is what it is. I guess I just got to deal with this. Well, you don't, right? You don't. There's a solution. We have a product, and I want to be very careful about how I talk about this because there is a lot of pseudoscience out there about HGH, okay? And I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, nothing like that. But it's very, very important, guys, that you're not taking synthetic HGH. Okay, I'm not going to judge you if you are. It's a personal choice, but that really messes with your body's ability to regulate other things and create HGH when you remove that synthetic HGH out of your body. What we have is a product that naturally boosts your HGH, right? So you don't need to really give this to a child unless maybe they have diagnosed issues with that. That's, again, your discretion. But this is for humans of a certain age where our HGH just decreases in our body. And it happens as we age, right? This is why we see aging effects. This is why we see I don't know, I'm so awkward about these things, but like the inability to, you know, for men, okay? We see a lot of weight You literally can't. We see a lot of weight gain when our hormones go out of whack. Okay. So this is just a lotion you rub on your body, the thinnest parts of your skin, wrists, inner elbow, behind the knees, behind the ears, something like that. Very simple. And it's just something that's going to help your body get back on track. Now, this is the line that that I mentioned earlier. This is our CBD collection. And guys, when I first started, I had no clue. So like when I came into this company, I got my membership and I had no clue what CBD was. I literally like I knew what it was. I had a lot of friends that were working with CBD, but I really didn't know much about it. And I came to figure out, you know, that there's a lot of different CBDs out there, okay? And there's a lot of good brands. There's a lot of, you know, brands out there that aren't so good, right? Maybe you have tried CBD from the gas station. Maybe you've tried it from a local dispensary. Maybe you've tried it online. Maybe you've tried a different company. I don't know what your exposure to CBD has been, but let me tell you this. I've tried CBD that had way too many ingredients. Okay. I've tried CBD, and this was just from a dispensary. I used to live in Washington. I've tried CBD that had fillers. Okay. And so just understand that if you've tried it before, that doesn't necessarily mean that CBD isn't for you. It's possible that it's just not for, it just wasn't that CBD that was going to do what you needed it to do because it wasn't pure or it wasn't organic or it wasn't CO2 extracted, right? Or there wasn't minimal ingredients. That's really, really important. There's a lot of companies who want their piece of the pie with CBD, but you have to do it right. You have to do it right because it's designed to nourish the endocannabinoid system, right? It's not designed to just float around there and be unused. The detox makes it more effective, that's for sure. But we all do have an endocannabinoid system, guys. So I definitely look into it. You can do your research on CBD. I know that there's a common misconception that CBD is, you know, marijuana, that it's weed, that it's drugs. Our CBD actually has 0 THC, so you're never going to really get that high effect. You'll just get maybe the calming effect. You'll start to see that like healing. You'll feel like your body. You'll feel different things depending on what you're looking for. People report reduced pain. People report reduced like mental health issues. I'm being careful about what I say because we don't ever want to make medical claims, but there are so many people who struggle with so many things, and CBD has shown a lot of progress in helping those things. So we have it in a few different ways, right? We've got it in a tincture, in a bottle. We've got it in gummies. Those are like candy, so watch out. And that's, you know, those are just like CBD itself. We also have a product called Dream, and you may have seen this on whoever invited you's profile. Lots of people are talking about it right now. It's CBD, melatonin, and steeped herbs. And guys, this is incredible. This has helped people who haven't slept through the night in years sleep through the night. This is helping people who don't get deep enough sleep actually get deep sleep. We had a gentleman back at the very beginning of my journey, and he's an incredible friend of mine, and he actually hadn't slept for 10 years, okay? Insomniac to the T. And he took this the first night, he actually slept through the night, and he had an amazing day the next day. So really since then, he has not had an issue with sleep. He still takes it, and he swears by it. He has a whole bunch of other customers who now take it, but it's just something that I want you to kind of think about if you have trouble with sleep. Sleep is probably one of the biggest reasons why people retain weight, why people are stressed out, why people are lethargic. It's really, really important to our body's function. We also have CBD in cream form, like topically, and a little known fact about topical creams or whatever is topically is the fastest way. It's the most instant way to receive the CBD in your system. Okay, so whether it's the skin cream, we have the pain cream, you're going to notice that more like instant effect to it being delivered. The pain cream is probably my saving grace. I've dealt with chronic pain in my shoulder for, gosh, almost a decade now, and I'm not easy on my shoulder. I don't go easy in the gym. I've been unpacking and moving, and I drove for, man, 10 to 12 hours at a time over a month and a half to get from Washington to Florida. Like, the list goes on. I'm not easy on my body, but I'm not going to slow down, my pace of life because I'm in pain. I'm just finding something that's really helping it heal. And I don't want you guys to think like I have to use this every day to survive. It's more like I use it when the pain starts to show up and then it doesn't show up for a while again. So it's just a really, really nice, natural way that has worked really well for me. Soak away the stresses of life. And that's exactly what these do. And I'm laughing because I was not a bath person before I tried a CBD bath bomb. And I've come to learn to figure out that actually our bath bombs are really one of the only ones on the market that have 100 milligrams of CBD per bath bomb, which is incredible. I personally never liked baths. Like, I'll be honest about that, but there is nothing like after a stressful day, okay, a leg workout, just a physically grueling day, like sitting in a bath with a CBD bomb. Like, it will just mellow you out. You'll have an amazing sleep. Your skin's gonna be bomb. It's amazing. So adults love these. Adults love to put their kids in CBD baths. It's incredible. Now, I just went through our product lines and understand this brand is always evolving. Really, anything that we can get our hands on that is a quality, all natural product that's going to make lives better, it's something that we'll look at, and we do have other things coming. But I want to talk to you for a second about membership. Okay, our members get wholesale pricing. So maybe you've seen something tonight that you're like, wow, I want to try that so bad. I've seen my friend have great results with that. Or if you haven't like really dug into that yet, we have groups that we could show you people's stories. It's incredible. Members get wholesale pricing. What does that mean? So when you get a membership with Navan, you have it's about 20% off of our entire product line. Okay. You also have the ability, should you choose, to refer this business, refer these products. And we're going to talk in a little bit about how you get paid for that, but I want you to understand what that is. So when you get membership, you pay a one-time fee, okay? You get your membership package, you pay a one-time fee, and you have membership ongoing, okay? That doesn't require you to pay a fee to keep your membership. It's one time, and then you get wholesale pricing. And equate that, think about this like Costco or Sam's Club or something like that, where if you go and you get a membership, you can now go in the building, right? You can go in the building of Costco and you can go buy things at wholesale pricing. But if you were to refer your Uncle Don or whatever to Costco, would you get anything for that? No, you wouldn't. If I could, I would be rich. But you don't get anything when you refer them. Well, here at Navan, you do. You actually get a referral, like a sign-on bonus. We call it a customer acquisition bonus. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But you also get everything ongoing that your members purchase, okay? Or your customers purchase, which is really, really cool. And I thought it was a neat concept because I saw products that people wanted, people needed, and I saw an ability for me to create basically a leveraged income over time of building a business online on the side. And that's kind of how it started for me. So I want to talk to you about that compensation plan in depth and really understand, guys, that this is like, I have this membership for products I love and I want to learn to make money on it. Okay, I want to learn to make money on it. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. So our rewards plan is very, very simple. We get paid 4 different ways. Okay. And so I'm going to go over that with you really quickly. So I said customer acquisition bonus earlier. And what that means is when you enroll someone on a membership. So, say you come on board and you have a few other friends who are also very excited about what you're excited about, and they come on board with you. Doesn't really matter when, but they come on board with you. You're going to get a customer acquisition bonus just for them using your link. Okay, and so you can see the different pack sizes here, and you can see the bonus next to them. Now, there's a $75 bonus for a 299 pack, an $125 bonus for a 499 pack, a $250 bonus for a 999 pack. And you might say like, wow, that's not that bad. I certainly didn't think so. I've been part of companies where they don't pay you any sign-on bonus for enrolling people. And I've been part of companies where they pay you maybe a fraction of that. So I was pretty happy with that to begin with. But what's cool is if you actually enroll more than one person in a week, okay, and that doesn't matter how many, but if you enroll more than one, then every single 499 and 999 pack that you referred out, that people purchase with your link, those cabs on those ones are actually going to double. And so what you see is the ability to actually make your money back quickly so you can just enjoy your membership. And if you decide you want to build a business with us and be part of that, level of the community and start to create a side income, then you can do that too. But either way, you have amazing products in your hands that are going to make your life phenomenal, and you really didn't have to pay for them, right? So that's pretty awesome. So just as an example, really quickly here, if you were to come on board with a 499 pack, okay, and you brought, 3 other people, oops, told you, first time with slides, and you brought 3 other people on with a 499 pack, those would all double, right? So you're gonna get 250, 250, 250, and you're gonna earn 750 just in customer acquisition bonuses. And you paid 499, but you're gonna earn 750. So you just earned what you paid back plus a little extra. Would that make, having that membership pretty worth it? For me, it definitely did. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about, and guys, we have so many examples of that across the team. We have people who came in and did that in a day. We have people who came in and did that in a week. We have people who came in and did that in a month. And we'll talk about it in a second here, but when you do that in a certain amount of time, you actually get an additional bonus. Now, our monthly team commissions, this is you building the residual. Okay, so this is you over time building a team. You've got business volume going in, doesn't matter whether you placed it, your upline placed it underneath you, your downline placed it underneath you. We all work as a team. We all share that volume. Doesn't matter where it comes from. If it's underneath you, it goes into your business volume. Now, your business volume creates what's called your rank, okay? And your rank pays you a guaranteed amount of income. There's no more guessing, right? There's no more, oh, I brought in 10,000 points of volume this month. Do I get paid 300, or do I get paid 1,200, or do I get paid $6 because the volume came from so-and-so and she's 18 levels down? It's not complicated, right? This compensation plan is not complicated. We are paid infinitely down. 100% of our volume counts, okay? So I want you to look at this chart for a second, and you can see that if you were to hit our first rank in our company, you would have a residual income of $100, okay? How good does an extra $100 a month sound? That's the first rank in our company, okay? The next rank is director, and that's where you'll start to see things get juicy, because really the way that our company is designed is the more people that you can help become managers, you will become you'll become a higher rank, right? So if you come in and you're able to make 3 people, those 3 people that you showed this business to into managers, they want to run with you, then you're going to be a director, or depending on the business volume, an executive or whatever. And you can start to see that money becomes very life-changing over time. I don't need to tell you the statistic because I'm sure you've all heard it, but $500 in the times of our economic crises would have helped people avoid defaulting on their marriages. $500, guys, that's insane. That's how much the average American household needs just to keep things afloat and not be in this financial worry. So you can see how doable that is here. Every single time you rank, right, as you're building that business, you're actually going to get what's called a rank bonus for every single rank, every single rank. We talked a little bit about manager and director. Those are the ones that are timed. So if you go manager within your first 30 days, you get an additional $100. If If you go manager within your first, director within your first 60 days, you get an additional $300. Look at these other bonuses, guys. Would you be mad if you woke up one morning and you had, $15,000? It's paid over 2 payments, so $7,500 in your bank account because you went out and showed people something that really made you super excited and made your life better, and you wanted to share that with other people. Like, this is insane. This company, this is what they're doing. This is what everything that they're putting in place allows us to do. And so the fourth way that we get paid, and it is by no means the least important, it's just last in the scroll here, but we get paid on our customer sales. Okay, so let's say you have somebody who wants to try your products. They don't necessarily want to become a member, or they want to try some products before they become a member. We're not going to say, no, you can't have the products. We're going to sell them to them at retail. And that can still go through your link. You don't have to stock products here. You certainly can, but you don't have to. And you get paid 20% on the dollar amount of the product. Okay, so you're not paid a percentage of some business volume or this or that. You are paid 20% of what that product cost, and you'll receive that weekly. So, this whole business is designed to really just make way for the good in your life, guys. And 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to get up on here and present something like this to you. I would have been so afraid. I would have had no confidence in myself. But when you see something so good and so wholesome and something that's going to change so many lives, and an industry that has already changed your life, like this company has changed my life, but this industry has changed my life, guys. And if that person 5 years ago didn't say, hey, why don't you check out what I'm doing on the side, I would still be in corporate America, doing what I didn't like to do. I would still be spending all of my time earning money that I had no time to use. And so I want you to think for a second, if you're on a path of where you want to go, in 5 years, will you be where you want to be? And I don't mean like end goal, but I just mean if you're doing something right now, could you do it for another 5 years the way you're doing it? Or do you need something on the side? Do you need something to help you build up savings? Do you need something to push you outside of your comfort zone? Do you need something that's going to, give you that extra money so that you can get a house or so you can pay for your kids' tuition? What do you need right now? And understand that there's literally no wrong answer for the amount you need. And you can accomplish that here if you just give yourself a little bit of faith. And frankly, if you're just somebody who knows that there's more out there and that you deserve it. So I hope that I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing now, but I hope that explains what we're doing here. And just understand that the person who invited you, they may not have all the answers, and that's okay. We don't have to have all the answers. We have a ton of support here. We can get any of the questions that you have answered. We can get any of the resources that you have answered. I hope you have an amazing night. If you are somebody who likes the products and has more questions about that, we can get you that information. If you're somebody who wants to talk about the business, let's just talk about the business. Let's just have a conversation. Because like I said, if the person 5 years ago didn't even give me the time of day, even though I was not somebody that you would want on your team, I wouldn't be here today. And our team of over 900 people wouldn't be assembled the way it is. So with that, have an amazing night. Get back with the person who invited you, and I hope that you all are blessed.